Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast, brought to you by DirecTV, 1-800-259-7646. Also brought to you by RVRealtor.com. If you're buying an RV or selling an RV, check out RVRealtor.com and the Dollar Shave Club. Here's John and Heidi.
Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Hey, baby, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm good as well. I'm having a great day, and I appreciate you being nice to me and, not picking on me too much. If
I'm not usually nice to you.
No, not usually. Especially not on Tuesdays. I'm gonna get ganged up on. I'll be talking to her dad here in a bit, too. We got Tuesdays with Charlie coming your way. And take a listen to this. Burger King is going cage-free by 2017. What does that mean? Cage-free. Cage-free eggs, right? Cage-free chickens.
Cage-free beef.
It's just be just wild. I've never seen cows in cages before. I don't know. They're going to get cage-free, whatever that is. Let's just move on. Hey, there's a new report that states that by 2050, there will be more garbage in the ocean than fish.
Oh.
More pieces of trash in the ocean than fish in the ocean. That's not good.
I believe
not good
that.
at all.
People are always throwing stuff away, throwing
Yeah.
stuff out in the water.
Don't do that. Keep your garbage out of the ocean. That's a bad idea. So I don't know why they're doing that. Coming up in a bit, we got some special things to celebrate today. We'll tell you what that is in a bit.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. Get razors for $1 a month plus a few bucks shipping, so you can enjoy fresh razors every month for as little as $3. Learn more at dollarshaveclub.com/radio.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Tuesday, the 9th day of February. Today is National Stop Bullying Day.
Oh, that's a good day.
It is a good day. Don't bully. That's a bad idea. And if you are a bully, quit doing that. And if you're being bullied, make sure you let somebody know, because that's bad.
If
That's
you
really
see
bad.
somebody being bullied,
Yeah, stand
step
up for
in.
them. All right, it's also Safer Internet Day, it's Extraterrestrial Culture Day, and Extraterrestrial Visitor Day. I don't know what that means exactly. International Pancake Day today. It's Toothache Day, and that's if you have too much syrup, maybe. It's Read in the Bathtub Day, National Pizza Day, and it's also the kickoff of Mardi Gras. So there you go.
It's a pain in the butt to read in the... Have you ever read in the bathtub?
I did, and I dropped my book and ruined it. It was terrible. I don't read, and I'm just thinking I'm glad I didn't have like a digital reader, because I would have ruined that. That would have been expensive.
But it is easier than reading in the shower.
I've never tried that. All right, it's a special day. Get out there and celebrate on this Tuesday.
This portion of the program is brought to you by RVRealtor.com. If you want to buy or sell an RV, go to RVRealtor.com. List your RV for free. Learn more at RVRealtor.com.
You know it's true because you heard it on the radio. It feels so good to scratch that itch, and now we know why. Have you ever wondered why? Like if you get an itch, once you scratch it, you feel better?
Not really.
Never really wondered this, huh?
I mean, if it's itching, you're supposed to scratch it. Of course it's going to feel better.
Yeah, I guess that's probably self-explanatory. Well, scientists have found that scratching an itch temporarily shuts off areas in the brain linked with unpleasant feelings and memories. So previous studies, seriously, studies found that pain, including vigorous scratching, reduces a person's need to itch. By monitoring people's brains to see what's going on in our head when we scratch, they found out why one scratch often leads to another. They say that's because scratching is linked to a part of the brain known to control compulsive behavior. I'm getting itchy just reading this story. Is that just me?
That's definitely just you.
I got like a little scratch here. That. You're not itching?
I always, whenever I'm in the shower, I itch my back. And I get out of the shower, and
Look
every
like you've
time
been
I got a
attacked.
shower, you're like, what happened to your back? I've got claw marks all down my back.
Look like Freddy Krueger
It
gave you a
feels
hug.
really good when your skin's hot to itch it.
Really?
Oh, it's amazing.
I have never really tried that.
You should try it.
I'll take your word for it. The reason I've seen her get out of the shower, by the way, is because we're married. I just want to make sure. I always like to throw that in because every once in a while we'll say something that if we weren't married, it just wouldn't work quite right. But considering the fact that we are married to each other, mind you, it all works out a whole lot better that way. Anyway, if you have a scratch, you can itch it. That's okay. And scientists say that it helps temporarily shut off areas of your brain linked with unpleasant feelings and memories. So if you're having bad memories, could you just scratch yourself, you think?
I don't know.
Itch a little bit? I don't think so. Probably not. All I know is that's true because you heard it on the radio.
The John and Heidi Show is brought to you in part by the Keystone Treatment Center.
This is your brain, and this is your brain on drugs. We share silly stories here on the program, but addiction is no joke. If you or someone you know suffers with an addiction to drugs or alcohol, make today the day you seek help.
Call toll-free 844-204-1055.
That's a toll-free number. Again?
844-204-1055.
And this is Your Brain on Drugs. Sometimes free advertising isn't such a bargain. Bridgeport, Connecticut is where we head. Steven Zarshowski decided to take advantage of some classified ads on Craigslist to advertise his products. Guess what those products were?
What's that?
A-plus marijuana.
Oh,
Half ounce,
boy.
$220. Same amount, get some B-plus for $160. Needless to say, the local police were interested in making a purchase. So they sent an undercover officer, made the necessary arrangements, made the buy, and then they arrested the guy. Stephen told the officers he had no idea why he was being arrested. He even let them search his apartment, where they found 3 gigantic bags of marijuana, 1 bag of hallucinogenic mushrooms, a shotgun, and 118 rounds of ammo, and a digital scale. You still don't know why you're getting arrested?
I want to go undercover someday.
That would be kind of fun,
Wouldn't
wouldn't
that
it?
be fun?
Yeah. I don't think I could, though. We were trying to pretend to be from out of town one time.
Yeah, you weren't very good at
They
that.
were using fake British accents, and I just kept smiling too much. I'm like, I'm just going to pretend I'm the guy you're visiting, because I can't do this. I'm not good at lying. All right, coming up, we've got your moment of duh.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Keystone Treatment Center. Addiction is no laughing matter. Call Keystone Treatment Center toll-free at 1-844-204-1055.
It's probably the most ridiculous zero-tolerance school policy to date.
These-
Prosecutors in
this is going to irritate me.
Denton County, Texas, have decided to wash their hands of a case against Louisville middle school student who is actually accused of
think
trying
it's
to get
Louisville.
high. It says Louisville. L-E-W-I-S.
I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about the different
No.
Louisville.
Anyway, a kid that was trying to get high by sniffing his teacher's hand sanitizer. The 7th grader in question used some of the hand sanitizer on the teacher's desk, rubbed it on his hands, and then smelled his hands. He said he didn't do it. He said he did it just because it smelled so good. The school thought he was trying to get high. They had delinquency charges filed against him. 3 days later, prosecutors came to their senses and decided the common cleaning gel is not an abusive inhalant under the Texas code anyway. Richard Ortiz, the kid's father, was outraged, saying his son was embarrassed and humiliated by the charge.
Of course.
He described his son as being very well behaved and he makes good grades. He put some hand sanitizer on his skin, then he smelled his hands, and they thought he was trying to get high by doing that. He was just sniffing to make sure that they smelled
that
okay.
school would be in
Oh,
so
I
much
hear ya.
trouble if that
Calm
was
down.
me.
Calm down. We've got your scoop of the day on the way.
The Scoop of the Day is brought to you by Wells Blue Bunny. If you want delicious ice cream, be sure to look for the Blue Bunny. Sure to have your favorite flavors. Learn more at bluebunny.com.
Now, your scoop of the day. We're going to talk about those fun little friends, the lab rats, once again. And
These poor little
I agree.
things.
Oreos are as addictive as cocaine. At least they are for lab rats. They found
I would have to agree with that.
They found the creamy center the best. Researchers at the Connecticut College found eating the sugary treats activates the more neurons in the brain in the pleasure center than the drugs like cocaine and others. So they're saying Oreos are actually like stimulate your brain even more than drugs. So maybe we're gonna have to start rehab programs for people that are. I'm down to like 1 sleeve a day, Heidi. I'm down to a
And
sleeve
they're
of
just
Oreos.
about as expensive. Good Lord. You have bought Oreos
I
lately?
have not. No,
Oh
I don't do
my
that.
gosh, I gotta buy the generic stuff. I can't afford the A Oreos.
According to a new report, legal marijuana is the fastest growing industry in the U.S. of A. The trend towards legalization spreads to all 50 states. As it does, they're trying to. Marijuana could become larger than the organic food industry. So they're saying that could be a big, big deal. Hey, the military is developing drones with the ability to make lethal attack decisions without human input.
Oh, that's
I
scary.
think this is the beginning of a slippery slope.
That's very scary.
In Maryland Heights, Missouri, a couple of purse snatchers picked the wrong woman to attack. She fought back with a snow shovel.
Oh, nice.
The incident took place outside of a Chinook's grocery store. The woman says, the women were loading groceries. Apparently there was more than one of them. When thieves tried to steal 2 purses from their cart, one of the women grabbed a snow shovel from her pickup and smacked the man upside the head.
Good for her.
The other jumped into the cab and attacked the other suspect, then grabbed the keys so he couldn't leave. Police tracked both suspects to a hotel. The one with the shovel that got smacked in the head, he needed staples to close the gash. She hit him good. Now they're both in jail. So he got smacked in the head pretty
The
darn good.
burglars, not the women.
Yeah, the ladies were fine. They're putting away their stuff. They're like, "Oh, hey, get back here! I've got coupons in that purse."
Don't mess with a woman and her coupons.
And her shovel. In other victim fighting news, Kansas City, Missouri, 18-year-old Dondre Bell tried to hold up an 80-year-old woman at gunpoint. How embarrassing it must be for Dondre that the woman grabbed his gun in the scuffle and then pointed it right back at him and threatened to use it. Dondre gambled that she was bluffing and ran off, but police found him later in his own apartment. Didn't help the case when they found the victim's checks in his pocket that he had taken from her purse. He told the police, I'm just trying to get money for my baby. So there's other ways to do it. There are legal ways to do that.
It's called a job.
Don't break the law. That's a bad idea. In our final story, 52-year-old Kirby Dean Guyette stands accused of robbing 2 banks in Santa Ana, California. Known as the Hobo Bandit for his appearance, one of the bank tellers he robbed went home and painted a portrait complete from memory. Authorities say the painting depicted a middle-aged man with bushy eyebrows and a salt and pepper goatee, and he shared similarities with surveillance video of the robber. Police finally caught up with Kirby and arrested him with his alleged getaway driver, 52-year-old Jack Payne. But I think it's cool. They're both 52. It's cool that the teller painted the painting. So imagine if I tried to do that. We would all be looking for a stick man.
Yeah.
Like it was this guy right here. It's a very angry stick man.
If I did it, we'd all be looking for a clown.
Yeah, looking for an angry clown. Apparently that's who held him up. I don't know. I just think that's really cool that they were able to do that. I've always been fascinated by the sketch artists and how they do that. I'm like, that's so crazy. How can you do that?
Yeah.
We watch Forensic Files and we watch these shows where you see the people that get caught and you're like, that looks just like them.
See, I never think so.
I do. I think that it's just a fascinating thing. You ready for a strange law?
I am.
Bowling is forbidden in Evanston, Illinois.
Why?
It's illegal.
Okay.
They can't bowl
There's
there.
no reason?
No reason.
Huh.
They must not have any bowling lanes because if they did, they wouldn't get used. So there you go. That's a strange law from Evanston, Illinois. And this has been your Scoop of the Day.
This portion of the program is brought to you by RoughToughKennels.com. Dog kennels and accessories sent to your front door wherever you live. Your dog deserves it. Learn more at RoughToughKennels.com.
And it's time right now for my favorite program, something we do every Tuesday just because we can. We pick up the phone and call my father-in-law for a little segment we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie. How you doing, Charlie?
Must be Tuesday.
It is indeed Tuesday.
Tuesday's my favorite day of the week.
It is my favorite day, too. I love Tuesdays.
Well, not really, but I just thought I'd say that.
I was going to see, did your team win over the weekend?
My team hasn't played forever.
You're a Bears fan, right?
Yes, sir.
But, you know, I was told that the 85 Bears, I was told by somebody that's not a huge Bears fan, but he said the 85 Bears, in his opinion, was still the best team that ever played football.
Bar none.
There you go. So you got that going for you.
That's all I got going
It's a
for me.
long time ago, but it's still going for you. Well, what kind of stuff we can learn about today, Charlie?
Well, I kind of like this guy. Now, a man stayed drunk during the entire Civil War to avoid being drafted.
Whoa.
That's one way to do
That's
it.
dedication.
That guy's smart.
He figured out a way to beat the system, didn't he?
Yes, he did, and had fun doing it. I've never seen the Super Mario Brothers. They had a show.
Oh, they did? I don't
Oh,
remember. Do you
according to
remember
this, they did.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen them?
No.
No.
Okay, well, it says here that the cast of Super Mario Brothers was constantly drunk while filming just to get through their scene.
Well, you'd have to be, I would assume. I've never seen the show, but...
I'm sure it was a cinematic masterpiece.
yeah.
Hey, then good old McDonald's,
I've heard of them.
favorite fast food places, their own employee health benefits page warned employees to avoid burgers and fries out of health concerns.
Whoa.
At the McDonald's health page, they said steer clear of McDonald's.
I suppose they'd have to, because if as an employee you're sitting there eating there every day and then you end up getting health issues and you try to sue the company you work for because you had no other options.
I guess that all makes sense.
Yeah. Hey, then in 2001, Philip Morris, you know who they are,
Oh, yeah. Cigarette people.
they published a report saying cigarettes save the government money because smokers die before retiring.
Oh.
So they're trying to find a silver lining on that.
Wow.
That's not very good.
No, it's not.
Hey, then in 1965, a machine was patented to deliver a baby using centrifugal force.
Really?
The machine would spin you until the baby come out, and it would be caught in a net. Shoot that baby right out of there.
It's a boy.
Get the net up. Oh,
It's triplets.
Oh.
Oh.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
I wonder if they have drawings or if they actually tried to do this. That just sounds really funny to me.
and out of shoot number one. Here he comes. Hey, then I can relate to this thing.
What's that?
About around 1700, it was customary for people of European descent to bring their own spoons to the table. Spoons were carried as personal property just as much as we do, like wallets and key rings and stuff today.
So you bring your own spoon.
I could bring my own spoon.
You have your own
spoon. You're very protective of your spoon.
They mess with you and they try to hide your spoon all the time, don't they, Charlie?
I got one hid and I can't remember where I hid it.
Are you serious?
No, I think I know.
You got him a backup, didn't you?
Yeah, I got him a backup, but apparently he lost it.
Well, Charlie.
Hid somewhere.
Oh, Dad.
You'll never
I still got
find
my
it.
original.
Well, are you ready for a question, Charlie?
I think I got an answer.
Inquiring minds want to know. Since we have Valentine's Day this weekend, it's about hearts. How much does the human heart weigh, approximately?
Approximately 3.5 pounds.
No, that would be a big heart. That's your heart and my heart. We're big-hearted guys. But
Yes.
the human heart weighs just under a pound. It's less than a pound.
Really?
Yeah, so it's not that much. Just a little heart.
That's not very big for all the pumping it does.
I know. So it's just
busy.
It works hard. Hey, you got time for one more question?
Sure, I got time for all day.
What is the most disliked vegetable by Americans? What is the vegetable that we like the least?
Peas.
No.
No, it ain't peas. I'm going to say cauliflower.
No. Although both of those are
Brussels
probably on the
sprouts.
short list. You saw the list here,
No,
Heidi.
I did not.
Brussels sprouts is the answer.
I've never had them, so I
You
can
know,
imagine that.
we went to a restaurant once where they had them on the menu, and we ordered them because we wanted to see. You ordered something else. I said, I'm going to order those. I just want to see what they look like. And we poked at them a lot, but we never did eat them.
Are them little cabbage-looking things?
Yeah, I was like, it kind of looks weird. I'm not going to eat that thing.
Put a little butter on them. They're okay.
You've had them?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You've also had Spam, so you've got Spam and Brussels sprouts.
I'm saving the bacon spam for this Sunday morning's breakfast,
There you go.
but you can take the turkey spam and put that where the sun don't shine.
You weren't a fan of the turkey Spam?
Oh,
But
why would you mess with Mother Nature?
you're going to try the bacon Spam.
Spam does not come
I'm
from
going to
Mother
try the
Nature.
bacon spam.
Bacon Spam this week. You have to let us know how you liked it.
Well, they got a picture of an egg on the container, so you're supposed to eat it with an egg, so
Yes.
I'm going to try it.
Because there was a picture, that's why you do it that way.
The only reason I'm saving it.
All right. Well, we'll talk to you next week, Charlie. You have a great day.
I'll be here.
Bye, Daddy.
Bye, Fluff. Bye, John.
Bye-bye. My father-in-law right there. We talk to him every Tuesday just because we can. It's a little program we like to call Tuesdays with Charlie.
This portion of the program is brought to you by CarsForSale.com. If you're in the market to buy a car, truck, or van, find thousands of vehicles to choose from at CarsForSale.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
If you want to be an astronaut, you better hope you're the oldest child in your family. You know why?
Why?
Of the first 23 NASA astronauts, 21 of the 23 were firstborn.
Ah.
How cool is that? You could be an astronaut.
I could.
You're the firstborn.
Yeah.
So there you go. Your odds of being an astronaut are way better than mine.
Got the first part of that covered.
Just not the tronaut part. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Soldiers in Belarus, Belarus? How do you say that?
Belarus.
Belarus?
Sounds better.
I don't know. It sounds better. They've been ordered to take up ballet as a way to improve devotion and discipline. The Belarusian army, I don't know if I'm saying that right, the military officials there claim the discipline involved learning dance moves, and the passion music can produce fundamental tactics for military success. So they're saying by taking ballet, they're going to be more graceful while they're shooting, apparently. I have no clue. I don't know. And I'm not sure how that ended up in my fun facts. I've got to sort this thing a little bit better. Coming up in a moment, we're going to talk about a survey from a greeting card company that might make you maybe that might make you smile. That's what I'm trying to say. Thanks.
This portion of the program is brought to you by StoneGroupArchitects.com. It's more than a building. It's design and function working together. Check out the project portfolio at StoneGroupArchitects.com.
Hey, I've had a chance to untie my tongue, I hope. Wow, I was struggling here. A survey from a greeting card company finds that while many women enjoy shopping for the romantic cards, men like it about as much as heartburn. Some 900 million cards are purchased annually for Valentine's Day. We got that coming up. 85% of them are purchased by women. The survey from card maker American Greeting Corp of Cleveland found that men and women buy very different kinds of cards for very different reasons. Men often saw card shopping as an, I quote, ordeal, which they do mostly because their girlfriend or wife expects to get a card. The survey found that the company, they said that women seem to enjoy sending and receiving cards.
Oh, yeah.
The more romantic and the more traditional cards with hearts and flowers and things that rhymed verses. Men prefer cards that are short and to the point. Men and women were able to agree on one thing, though. They both like cards that were funny. So there you go. When you go to get a card, how long does it take for you to get a card?
A long time.
If you're going to put a number of minutes to that, how many minutes?
Depends on who I'm buying a card for. Like what the occasion is.
Just the average. We don't have a whole lot of time here. So.
I would say probably a good 20 minutes.
20 minutes looking at cards?
There's a lot of cards, and you want to make sure you get the right one.
They have these headings on her that say humorous, birthday.
Look at all the humorous birthday. You got to
I'll walk
read
over.
them all.
I'll look at humorous. I'll look at birthday. I'll look at maybe 2 or 3 cards. I'm like, this one right here. You were with me once. You're like, you're going to open it? I'm like, I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it says something nice. We'll scribble something in there. I'm not a card buyer. And when you get me a card, I'm not exactly sure what I'm supposed to do with it. I'm like, how long do I keep that? Do I keep it forever? For a couple days?
I love
I
buying
know
cards.
you do. I know, that's your thing. Just not my thing. Coming up, we're going to talk about laughter, and it's supposed to be the best medicine, right? We're going to find out a little more about that in a bit on the John and Heidi Show.
This portion of the program is brought to you by DirecTV, 1-800-259-7646. Also brought to you by RVWheelator.com. If you're buying an RV or selling an RV, check out RVWheelator.com and the Dollar Shave Club. Here's John and Heidi.
Have you ever heard the phrase, laughter is the best medicine?
Yes.
Laughing promotes good health, especially for women. A new study reveals that happy women have less chances of suffering from heart problems, cancer, high blood pressure, and weight gain. Meanwhile, happy men only showed lower risks of weight gain and high blood pressure. Well, boy, we're both pretty darn happy, and we're both in trouble on this survey.
In every area.
Every single one of those. So I'm like, weight gain, got it. High blood pressure, got it. Oh, I'm not supposed to have those? I got them both. Researcher Dr. Andrew Steptoe of England's University College London tested 3,000 subjects for the study, believed that good moods actually promote biological changes that are healthy and protective. It says here, laughing can actually pump up a person's immune system for 24 hours. He also noted that mood states are linked to a person's relationship with others and their personal fulfillment. He concludes that we need to help people recognize the things that make them feel good and truly satisfied with their lives, so they spend more time doing those things.
All right.
I'm excited because coming up here in a couple of days, or maybe it's next week. Anyway, I've got a interview with a guy called the Smile. What is he? The Smile Doctor.
Smile Doctor.
Yeah, I got his book. I'm going to be chatting with him, and he talks about how healthy it is to smile. So it goes right along with this. Coming up, we've got the gift that keeps on giving. It's on the way.
This portion of the program is brought to you by GunUp.com. If you're a gun lover, you'll be in heaven at GunUp.com. Built by experienced military veterans, shooting sports competitors, and publishing professionals. They have awesome stories and articles that are read by millions of gun enthusiasts. Check it out at GunUp.com.
One of my favorite movies is the Christmas Vacation, and in there, Cousin Eddie was talking about when Clark got the
Jelly of
the Month Club. He goes, that's the gift that keeps on giving, Clark. And this is the gift that keeps on giving. A college student from New Hampshire received a $2 million coat from his girlfriend for Christmas.
Whoa.
Yeah. Well, let me explain.
Whoa.
Justin T. Crook, a senior at Fitchburg State University, was given a new coat from his girlfriend with 10 lottery tickets stuck in the pocket.
Holy cow.
And you guessed it, the last one he scratched off was a winner. Crook says he plans to use the $2 million to buy a new car and pay off his student loans. He says he'll also take time after graduation to look for the best job possible. No question or nothing in the story about whether he's going to buy her something nice. But
Well,
he got
I
a
would hope
coat
so.
from his girlfriend.
Holy cow.
And there were 10 lottery tickets
That's
that she stuck in the pocket,
amazing.
and he won $2 million. So it was already a nice gift, but this is just a better gift. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
the coat was nice, but thanks for the $2
Yeah,
million
thanks
bucks.
for the $2 million bucks.
All right, coming up, we're going to talk about honesty in advertising. It's on the way.
This portion of the program is brought to you by Dollar Shave Club. You can get razors sent to your door each month for just $1 plus a couple of bucks shipping. It's an amazing deal. Log on to dollarshaveclub.com/radio to learn more. That's dollarshaveclub.com/radio. Now, back to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on this Tuesday. An Essex school, which used brutal honesty in a job advertisement, said its approach is paying off. West Thurrock County Primary School ran an ad headlined, "Special Measures, No Head Teacher, Ugly Building, You'll Love It." By the way, special measures is official jargon for failing school. That's what that means if you're in the biz.
Okay.
Normal advertising, trying to make a school sound attractive, has failed. But this new ad saying that, hey, we're a failing school, no head teacher, it's an ugly building, but you're going to love it, has already
What
attracted...
does no head teacher mean?
Meaning that there's no principal. That's what we would call it here.
Okay.
So they're just saying, we have a school that has a lot of problems, but you're going to love it here. And they've gotten 7 candidates.
Wow.
They're competing for 4 places. According to the acting head teacher, Tracy Thornton, they felt it would attract the kind of people who would want to work there because they would know, first of all, you need a sense of humor, and they would realize that, hey, this is going to be a challenge. I think that's brilliant.
Huh.
I think that's how we should do advertising around here from now on. Great opportunity, but you have to put up with John and Heidi. Oh, well then, never mind. All right, I think that's really cool. Again, it's talking about honesty in advertising. I think that's really neat. That's a pretty cool thing.
Sure,
that they
yeah.
to be blunt in the ad, and then, some people wouldn't respond to that. They're not the candidates you want anyway.
Right, exactly.
I just think it's a really good idea. Coming up, we got some good news to share. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
This portion of the program is brought to you by DirecTV. Call 1-800-259-7646. They have hundreds of channels to choose from, with many packages to fit your viewing desires. Learn more at 1-800-259-7646.
Thank you so much for listening. We always try to wrap things up around here with a very positive story, and sometimes it's harder to find positive stories than others, but I think this is a pretty positive story. What do you think?
I don't know. I haven't heard it yet.
Well, let me tell you. If you know somebody with a child that has autism, this might be something for them to look into. Duke University, with sponsorship by the U.S. Naval Office of Naval Research, developed a smartphone app to learn more about childhood autism, and there's even a screen for signs of post-traumatic stress disorder and mild traumatic brain injury. The app is called Autism and Beyond. It's currently available for free from the Apple App Store to families wishing to participate in a 6-month medical research study by Duke University. So they're saying, hey, it's free, but you need to understand you're going to be part of our study. Using the smartphone's user interface selfie camera, the app records a child's facial expressions in response to a series of questionnaires and videos. The app's core algorithm maps point to the child's face to assess emotional response. If you want to find out more about the autism app, you can read up on it. I'm going to throw a link on our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show. And the cool thing about this is, when I was a kid, I don't remember anybody having autism. I mean, there was there were very, very few people, but it seems like over the last decade or 2 decades, it's become more and more and more common. And if that's something that somebody in your family is struggling with, or if that's something that a person that you love is struggling with, at least they're saying, hey, we're working on trying to figure out what's going on, so if we know what's going on, we can maybe fix it. I think that's really cool. Again, Duke University working with the U.S. Navy's Office of Naval Research. So, pretty cool stuff. You look kind of tongue-tied over there, quieter. Everything okay? You're just trying to figure out how that was good news? Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know. I think we put too much emphasis on technology.
Yeah.
I don't know that you need a smartphone app.
I don't know. If you want the app.
I don't know. There's apps for everything.
There is. There's an app for that.
Like, supposedly there's a lie detector app.
Oh, yeah, there's an app for that.
I mean, it's silly. I don't know how that can honestly work.
Oh, there's an app that'll teach you how that'll work. All right. The app,
I don't know
by the
how
way.
the study of belly buttons is going to...
The naval research. Would you stop it? Autism and Beyond is the name of that app. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
Time now for the bonus break. Only available here on the John and Heidi Show podcast.
And your bonus break is brought to you by the Dollar Shave Club. You can learn more about them and even sign up to get the razors if you want. Nobody's done it yet. I mean, I'm the only person in the world that has these razors. Have you noticed
not the
this?
only person in the world.
Oh, nobody else has ever done it. I double dog dare you to be the second one. Okay, there's probably a couple more than that. But get out there and check it out. It's a cool thing. It's $3 a month. That's the minimum. You can go all the way up to $9 a month. My razors just got shipped out the other day, so I'll be having mine here soon. And they're awesome. I absolutely love them. For $3 a month, you can't beat it. Check it out. DollarShaveClub.com/radio. Zoo officials in Tokyo say they're trying to provide 2 pandas with some privacy from mating season. Bow, chicka, wow, wow. The pandas are going to be getting it on. So they're going to give them some privacy. They're like, okay, everybody just walk by. The pandas are getting busy right now. Shouldn't they put them behind glass and charge perverts a little extra to watch? Because I'm just thinking, do the pandas not do it when people are watching? Isn't
it China that has the pandas on constant panda cam?
I don't know what it is.
You can watch it online.
I have no idea. And I don't even want to see it happen. I'm certainly not going to Google panda sex. Not going to happen. I mean, you guys were goofing around with my phone one day and Googled something, and then I started typing something in, and then that popped up in there. I'm like, now Google thinks I'm a pervert. You guys leave my phone alone? All right, 6 degrees of separation. It's actually less than that. Have you ever heard the whole 6 degrees of separation?
I've heard,
the whole Kevin Bacon thing.
7 degrees of Kevin Bacon, isn't it?
Yeah, well, whatever it is. It's less than that.
Okay.
Facebook. They actually are pretty darn smart people. They ran the numbers. They concluded that we are all much closer than we thought. The 6 degrees of separation thing, wrong. Social media giant has released a report announcing that each person in the world is separated from every other person in the world by an average of just 3.5 other people. So even somebody on a different continent, within 3.5 connections, you have
Really?
Yeah. So like a guy in England, and that guy in
person.
England knows somebody in Zimbabwe, and then he knows somebody over there.
Yeah, I find that very hard to believe.
Well, they're saying
There's
that's
no
the
way.
average, 3.5 people. So, and it's Facebook. Would they ever lie to you, Heidi?
Yeah.
Come on. All right, shoplifters using decapitated. I'm sorry. Let me try that again. Defecated pants.
Ew.
Yeah. Florida deputies say a woman used reusable grocery bags to steal $199 worth of groceries from a store. Then she claims she walked out of the store because she had defecated in her pants.
Ew.
When they're saying, hey, you stole these groceries, it's like, well, I'm sorry, I couldn't go through the checkout. I had an accident.
Okay, then you should have left the groceries inside.
I think so.
If that's the case.
I don't know if that was the excuse, and I'm not sure who got the check. I have no idea. I'm just really glad that, that's yucky. The Broward, Florida Sheriff's Office arrested a man that they said tried to rob a convenience store, and they told the clerk it was just a joke. Investigators say the man walked into a store carrying a rifle, wearing a bandana over the lower half of his face, pointed a rifle at the clerk, and told her not to move. Then he uncovered his bandana to expose his face and said, I'm only kidding.
Oh, my.
The man lives near the store. He's a regular shopper there. The clerk who recognized him, she told her he wanted to make sure she was prepared in case somebody ever did try to rob the place. He has still been arrested and charged with attempted armed robbery. So his whole, I was just teasing. It wasn't real. I wasn't really going to rob you. Didn't really work too hot. All right. That's going to do it for our bonus break. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday.
Because I'm done today. I'm ready to go.
I think you were done about halfway through the show today. I've noticed this. All right. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show on a Tuesday. Bonus break is brought to you by the Dollar Shave Club.